This video will demonstrate how to decross list sections back into their original classes. In previous videos, we cross-listed different sections from multiple general music classes into one general music class. And we also renamed that general music class so it no longer said general music period 1. It now just says general music and will appear as general music to all 4 sections of students that we've cross-listed into it. In fact, if we take a look at my dashboard now, I have, instead of 4 different general music classes, I have one general music class that contains the sections of all 4 classes in it. And I also have my music history class, and I also have my music theory class, students that I'm going to keep separate into their own class spaces. Now there might come a time where you need to uncross list, or as Canvas uses, decross list your sections. And that is very easy to do. However, there is this one condition that you need to remember about decross listing sections. Once a section is decross listed, any submissions those students made in the class, so if I want to decross list period 4, but my period 4 students have already turned in 3 quizzes and 2 papers through assignment tools, or participated in discussions, what have you. If I decross list this section, all of that work does not travel with the students back to their home class. So when you decross list students, typically this is done when a teacher realizes maybe they cross-listed the wrong section in by accident and they need to undo. For example, maybe I accidentally cross-listed my music theory students into my general music class here in Canvas. I don't want that to happen. So what I'll do is, I'll undo the mistake by decross listing. And if I catch it very early on, maybe up the same day that I'm doing it, and I realize a mistake, no harm's done at all. Nobody submitted anything within the handful of minutes it took me to realize my mistake. At the end of the term, when the class is done, there is no need to decross list a class as well. Keep the students that you've cross-listed in there. There's no impact anywhere else, or no detriment to PowerSchool or any other system by keeping the cross-listed students in this class. Because again, at the end of the term, if you decross list a section, all of that information and submissions and grades and your feedback does not travel with the students back to their home class. So let me show you how to decross list one of these sections now that I got those disclaimers out of the way. So I'm going to send this period 4 section of kids back to their home class. I'm going to decross list them. And to do that, I click on this section here. And over to the right, you can see this decross list this section button. When I click it, it gives me some information here. And it confirms this will move this section back to its original course, General Music Period 4. And it also reminds you all grades for students will no longer be visible. If you accidentally decross list and need the grades again to come back, you can retrieve them by recross listing the course. But again, use the decross listing with caution. So let's continue. Decross this section. Okay, now here we are. If you take a look at your breadcrumbs, we're now back in the General Music Period 4 class. And if I go over to General Music Period 4 and I refresh this class, I can now see my breadcrumbs have changed so that they read General Music Period 4. So I'm in my Period 4 class. I can also see the Period 4 section has returned into this class. And if I go back to my dashboard by clicking on the icon here, the panther and the Q, I can now see a period 4 class has returned to my dash because that's where my students from period 4 section are moved to. Let's go back to this older screen of my dashboard. Here it was before, and when I refresh this page, you'll see my additional class pop right back up, and there's my period 4. And that's how you decross list students from one class and back to their originating class.